In this problem, for each graph of a function, find the domain and range, the intercepts, and then the zeros. So let's start with our domain. Now our domain is the x values where the graph exists. And remember, when this comes off the end of the graph, means it keeps going forever following that pattern. And same over here. Now if I come to x equals -4 right here, the question I ask myself is, can I go up or down and find my graph somewhere? And I can. If I go up, I find my graph. If I come to -2, can I go up or down and find my graph? Yeah, I can go up and find my graph. So it exists at those two x values. If I come over here to -50, if I go up far enough, I'm going to find my graph. If I come over here to -1 billion, if I go up far enough, I'm going to find my graph. That implies it goes to -infinity. Now coming over on this side, we got x is equal to 4. If I go down, I find my graph. If I go out here to x equals 1 million, if I go down far enough, I'm going to find my graph. So it exists at all x values. So the domain will be -infinity to +infinity. Now our range is the y values where the graph exists. If I come up to my y-axis here to y is equal to 2, I ask myself if I can go left or right and find my graph. Well, if I go left, I find my graph. So it exists at that y value. If I come over here to y is equal to 4, if I go far enough to the left, I'll find it. If I come up here to y is equal to 1 million, if I go far enough to the left, I'm going to find my graph, because this keeps going forever in that pattern, which implies it's going to +infinity there. Now down here, if I come to -1, I can go right and find my graph, so it exists there. If I come down here to -1 billion, if I go right far enough, I'm going to find my graph, which implies it goes to -infinity on the y-axis. So our range will be -infinity to +infinity. Now when you're talking about lines, unless you're talking about the oddball cases, which are the vertical lines up and down and the horizontal lines side to side, your domain and range is always -infinity, +infinity. Okay, our x-intercept. That's where it crosses or touches the x-axis, which you can see crosses here, which is at 2, 0. I know it's kind of small, so it's kind of hard to see. Now our y-intercept is where it touches or crosses the y-axis. And I know this is pretty small, you probably can't see that on this YouTube video, but that says 0, 1. So our y-intercept would be 0, 1. Now our 0, or zeros, depending upon if we have more than one, that's our x value, where the graph crosses or touches the x-axis, which we just said it was at 2. Now this is written differently. It's the same idea as the x-intercept, but down here we write x is equal to 2. And those would be our answers.